Welcome everyone to my video series where I'll be covering Dashboard Trade Manager and all of the features. So in this tutorial I will be showcasing one of the features of Dashboard that has been on the EA for a while, which is and it's something that a lot of traders actually make use of, which is the economic calendar. So I'll be showcasing the features of dashboard as it pertains to the economic calendar, and I'll be covering some old stuff as well as some new features that we have launched with dashboard trade managers economic calendar. So the first thing we can see when you look at dashboard is we can see the section over here, which is simply a banner that is moving across the screen. Now, I don't want to get into the sections just yet. I think we'll keep this last for the video, right? Let's first start on the basics. So if you see over here, here's a 1 over here. So that refers to the economic calendar, which is the very first button. So if you press 1, you'll see the stands economic calendar and it loads up on the chart. Now, it does take a while because it's busy retrieving data, right? And if you want to know how to add those things, I already have it activated, but I'll show over here. So if you click tools, if you click options, you first need to add these features in over here, right? So I'll show you again. It's tools, options, and then you'll be able to add your resources over here. Okay. Now another feature is, so as you can see, this today is Monday. There isn't really anything loaded as yet because once we click this, it will start retrieving the data. Okay. Um, there we go. There's retrieving the data. So it does take a while if you don't have it set up as yet. It needs to retrieve the data first. And here we can see that we have these options over here, right? So if I were to click one, it's going to show me all the one bull event. Okay, if I click here, it's going to show me all the two bull events. And if I click over here, I think it's my internet that's frozen. So my internet is a bit slow. I apologize for that. Um, if you click over here, you can see all the three bull events. So you can have all three up at the same time, or you can just have maybe two or just the one. I normally prefer just having two bull events over there. Now another feature that we have is this over here. So if you want to hide it, you simply click that. I do apologize for my internet causing a bit of a delay. So if you click over there, you can see it hides that banner over there, right? So for now, we'll leave it as not selected. So when we click on a news event, um, we can actually isolate things, right? So if we can isolate the news event so that you can only see that particular news event showing on the market. You see, it does not show all of them, but if I was to deselect, I can now see the 3 bull event and the 2 bull event over there. So if I highlight my mouse over here, I can actually see what is that news event that is upcoming. And over here you can see obviously when that news event will occur. Then another feature is we have what's known as these things over here. So this is a currency strength meter. So this one is to do with currency. So F as in Forex, and we can see all the currencies and how they are performing. So the way you would use something like this is you might say, you know what, CHF versus JPY, or let's look at the options that we have. You have AUD, CHF, right? So this tells me AUD, CHF. Okay, so most likely CHF is stronger than AUD, right? So that tells me automatically that I should be selling AUD or that it's dropping at the moment, right? So if I click over here, I can see that's clearly. Let me just see here. Let me just zoom in. Zone of 1 hour. So it's showing me in real time that it was dropping. You can see there, but it's starting to pick up. So that's what that feature does, right? Then if I click here, I can actually see how crypto is doing, and I can compare different cryptocurrencies. So this one, you simply would know, should I be buying or selling certain crypto assets, right? And it will always show the top performers for buys and the bottom performers for sells, right? It will always show that. So we can see crypto is not doing so great today. So let's go ahead and hide all of those, as we'll be focusing on the next feature pertaining to the economic calendar. So the next one I would like to focus on is this feature over here, which is news. Alright, but before we get to that, as you can see, you can cycle and see upcoming news events that will be occurring. You could do that as well. You can even see it's freezing again. Sorry guys, my internet. So you can even use this to scroll as well. The next feature I would like to showcase is if I click economic calendar, I can actually see the earnings calendar, so I can see what we're looking at yesterday. Yeah, 7th of August, we're looking at yesterday. Let's stick to today, since today is the 8th of August, right? We can actually see, just click here, so that updates it. 10th of August, sorry, today is the 10th of August. So we can actually see upcoming events that will be occurring, right? And if I click it once more, it's going to show me the dividends that are upcoming. If I click once again, it's going to show me the splits that are upcoming. So this is how you can cycle, and it will actually take you through to many of the different economic events that will be occurring and upcoming. Oh, there's no news today. Let me just see why it's skipping. There's no news events today. Oh, there is, but it's one star. There we go. There's it actually updated. Sorry about that, guys. My mistake. So you can see that this news event occurred already, and it pertains to the euro, so I can even understand what I need to be focusing on. Right? Should it be the euro? Should it be the USD, and so on? Now, the next feature I want to focus on is the news event itself. Right? So obviously, normally if you're a fundamental trader, one of the important things is you're not only looking for events occurring on the economic calendar and how those events affect the market. You're also going to be making use of news articles, right? So that's why I added this feature where you click news and it actually shows you the articles over here. So here we can see a forecast over there. We can see the Fed won't necessarily prevent Japan from selling treasuries. So there's a couple of articles, and if you click over here, we can actually isolate it. There we go. We can actually isolate it to see Forex, stocks, crypto, commodities, tech analysis as well. So tech analysis won't always show, um, but if you can click over there, maybe today there's something. So that doesn't always show. Let's have a look. It's taking a while because my internet is a bit slow. It's winter, so that's to be expected today. Okay, we'll revisit that. I think the internet is a bit slow, so it's kind of having an impact on how quickly things take to load up on the charts. As you can see, my charts aren't really moving much because of the internet delay today. In any case, so there we go. It's a bit delayed. It's a bit delayed because of my internet. Apologies for that. Let's just go back to Forex since we had that active. I do apologize for this. I was not expecting to have bad internet today. So this does pull data in real time. Therefore, it is going to. There's the stocks. So it is going to have a bit of a delay on my side. I do apologize for that. So another feature is that once I click on the actual article, right? So to tell you where it's retrieving the data from, right? And you'll be able to scroll as well. There we go. Let me just show you once more. There we go. Internet's back up. Markets are moving again. So if I click on the euro, on this heading over here, the euro area investor confidence returns to positive territory in August. Syntax. So I can actually read the article over here, right? And this is the full article, and I can actually do this and scroll through the article and read the article. So that's a nice feature. But another thing is, we'll get to this at a later stage. But if you look over here, like these things will showcase your actual trades that you have running, and it will display directly on your chart. So uh, if you have a couple of trades running, they will obviously cover this area over here, which can be quite annoying because it will kind of look quite strange when you wanting to read an article and so on. Um, what I've done is I've actually made it where if you click over here, right, then it will actually hide it away like that. So you can actually view your trades that you have running without it disturbing any of your articles that you are reading, right? So you can read your articles no problem. And then if you want to showcase it again and have it display once again, you simply click over here and it will actually cause that you can read your article once again. So you can switch comfortably between viewing, watching your trades, and reading your article. So that's another feature that we included just for easy readability. And if you want to hide your economic calendar, you can either click there or you just press 1 on your keyboard and it actually hides it away. So if I click 1 once again, it's going to pop up once again. Now another feature is, so you have these articles, alright, you have them showcasing on the chart, but let's just say you don't want to have to trade and have these things open all the time, right? You maybe want to hide them. So what you can do, that's where this button comes in over here. So if I click 1 once again and I hide that, you can see that I've got a banner over here. So what this banner does is it allows me to actually click on, let's say, on there, and it will take me directly through to that article. Can you see that? Directly it takes me to that article. Let's press once again, and it hides that. So you can click on a headline. You obviously you're trading the markets. You maybe see like, oh, hawkish, old widely expected trade is attentive to potential dovish surprise. So now you maybe want to read that article. You simply click on that, and it will actually open the article up, and you can read the article. All right. Simply similar to how you would on Bloomberg, you can actually view what is the upcoming events. It even does the same when it comes to economic events, and I'll showcase that in a moment. So once we click on news, right, something different happens. So once we click on this top news, we can actually adjust the settings, and there is a couple of themes that you can go with, right? So you can see there's more options over here. There's more options over here that you can actually select through. So it does give a lot of features, and you can actually edit the colors over here. So if I were to go, let's say I wanted to edit the text and I wanted it to be orange, for example, I could click here, I could select orange, right? Could select apply, and boom, there my article's text is orange. So quite a neat feature over there. I can even choose how much I want to display. So I want maybe the top 10 news events, the top 10 new news events that pops up. I can select that over there, and it will show me all the top 10 news events that came through, right? I can even choose, do I want the time to show before or do I want the time to show after? So I can even control that. I can, so on time ticker, I can even go ahead and remove it entirely. So I won't be able to see the time, I'll just be able to see the news event, right? I can even do that and hide that completely. I can even obviously select here and isolate it. Maybe I don't want to see anything related to Forex. I can even isolate it over there as to what I want, and you can see the one article disappear there. I can do the same with calendar. So if I want, I can click there, and let me just turn all of these off so you guys can actually see. There we go. Ah, come on. There was one showing. There we go. So here you can actually see it will turn red or it will turn green, depending on the outcome of that expectation. So if it was, let me just show you guys like this. Alright, so this so if you click over here, I think that was a previous day, so that's why it's showing. Where is it? Lloyd's. Oh, no, no, no. Industrial production. Let's just see if I can find it over here. Here we go. So this was 1.1. So it's unchanged. That is why that will show red, because it didn't really go up or down. It kinda is remaining the same. Alright, so to be red over there. Just minimize this and go back. So those are features that the economic calendar has, where you can actually isolate it to even just showcase calendar events, and to actually show over here. So that's the, I prefer not to have these on. So those are features that you can have with dashboard. Makes it very easy, to keep up to date with what's occurring on the market, right? And makes it easier just from a fundamental perspective. Okay, because sometimes we want to be trading the markets, and we want to be able to see how those economic events actually impact the market. So if I'm trading the USD, okay, maybe that's upcoming right now. It's 11. So this is the most recent one, 11 a.m. Right. So this one just occurred. Right. So if I want to see how the euro was impacted, I could actually do that. I can have a look at how the euro was impacted and actually see even AUDCH, if I can see was there any impact that it had on a different currency. So I can actually see, let's say Euro USD, for example. I want to see how. Let me just do this. Shift, there we go. So if I click Euro Euro USD, here we go. So I can actually have a look and I can see Euro USD. That's tomorrow. Oh, Euro USD, and I can actually see how this event, which occurred at 11 o'clock, impacted the market, right? So this is the news event. What did the market? So you can see that the market had a moment of indecision. Um, Once this news event occurred, so I can then make an informed trading decision of whether I want to be buying or whether I want to be selling. Around that news event. So this is just one of the features that you have for dashboard. Obviously, having an economic calendar, being able to read the articles, being able to have those things minimized and actually showcase here at the bottom, is out of the way and allows you to focus on the charts. Obviously, those are all useful features for us traders looking to trade the markets. So I hope this tutorial kind of explains everything pertaining to the economic calendar, and I hope you guys have lots of fun using it. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Do subscribe, do like, do follow. If you have any suggestions, any new features that you want to add pertaining to the economic calendar, do let me know, and I'll be sure to include those features in the next update for dashboard. But for now, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Be sure to download dashboard. I will leave the link for dashboard in the video description. Take care.